Hello Capricorn, how you doing? This is Yola from Kitchen Witchin Tarot, and I'm here with your October 2021 reading. The way I read is I pull some oracle cards for you and some tarot cards, and we kind of look at the general energies that are around you for this month. And as always, I always start with a goddess card, and the goddess that you got was Diana, and she's all about focused intention. And actually, looking at the reading that is in front of me, you know, there really is a call for you to keep your focus this month. But she is a good goddess to call upon if you feel that you're floundering in any way. It says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Yeah, I feel like you Capricorns, there's stuff brewing for you at the moment on many levels, but I'll go into that a bit more as we go along. The Wiccan Oracle card I drew for you was the Fates. Oh, Mother Time. So there's a real feeling this month of fate or being guided or destiny, or certainly, even if you're not feeling that, is that you are certainly on the right path. You are treading the right roads, particularly because next to that I drew the Ferry Oracle, which is all about strengthening your inner power. And our inner power is often I like to call our inner guidance as well, which is often very linked in with our destiny and our fate. And those two cards sitting strongly together would show me that you're really kind of moving to the beat of maybe a kind of more mystical, spiritual, fated path. Now, I know quite a lot of you Capricorns might not be into that kind of way of thinking because you're quite a practical sign, but it definitely feels like you are doing bigger work right now. And the Moonology card would also kind of tell me this, because you got the fixed moon. So it's really about holding your vision, and particularly you've got this focused intention from Diana, and you have this holding your intention, holding your vision. So whatever you are working on at the moment, don't digress. Do not digress. Keep focusing on the work that you need to do. And interestingly, you also, with the shamanic oracle cards, you got inner journey. So part of me and some of you maybe well be going on a bit of an internal journey, and actually looking at the tarot cards, I would say maybe that is a lot of you. Some of it you might be work related. I know you Capricorns are one of the hardest working signs. But there's certainly a lot of inner work, inner stuff that seems to be coming up. You've got this inner power, this inner journey, this focus of intention. So if you are doing some inner work, one, I hope that you have support around you to help you talk through any of that. But two, be aware that it is fated. It's going to be very important for your actual general life path for you to do this. Now, your tarot cards, bit of a mixed bag, I'm not going to lie. I don't sugarcoat my cards. I know a lot of readings are very much focused on love, or most tarot readings online seem to be focused on love, and I have no problem with that if love comes up in a reading, but generally I just read what is here. And the first card I drew for you, which is kind of symbolizing where you may be feeling right now at the beginning of October, is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is a feeling of, I just feel a bit done in. I feel a bit defeated. I feel a bit knackered. I'm not quite sure what I can do, because I'm pinned to the ground. If you can see, he's actually pinned to the ground by 5 swords. And I just feel stuck, but actually I need to rest. I need to recoup myself. And part of that may be that inner work that needs to be doing. If you are feeling like that, then often we have to face the shadows that are within us in order to move through into our healing spaces. And the card that was crossing that is the Six of Cups. Now, in a romantic sense, the Six of Cups is often like an ex or someone from our past, someone from our childhood. But on just a general level, it is about kind of childhood stuff or stuff that's coming up from the past. And maybe that's the stuff that, because it's crossing that Five of Swords, that defeat card, it's crossing it like that. Maybe that is your barrier, that this stuff from your childhood, from your past, just keeps coming up and not being dealt with, and therefore causing you quite that feeling of defeat, that feeling of, oh, I've just had enough of this. And it may be that time now to focus your intention, as Diana would have told you, the goddess Diana, and really kind of hold your vision and look at that stuff at this time. But obviously always do that in a safe space, and you can obviously do that with a counselor or a psychologist or with friends. Just make sure that you do have some form of safety net if you do start looking at your shadow stuff. But I would say it's quite important and it's quite fated for you to do that work in order for you to move your life forward. And the energies that are kind of bubbling under the surface in the subconscious and what have you, is the Seven of Cups. And again, that is getting lost in our dreams, getting lost in our fantasies, getting lost in our illusions. And that can be overthinking and getting lost in sort of fantasizing away things were, things could be, or it could be getting lost in TV, it could be getting lost in our phones, it could be getting lost in a book. But it is this feeling of not really dealing with the stuff that's in front of you. And that's the kind of stuff that's sort of going on under the surface for you. So it's just a little kind of kick from the universe to say, yes, you know, we're all able, and it's good to have a bit of diversionary stuff, but actually it might be time to focus your intention on the stuff that really needs to be looked at this point. And the energy that's kind of ebbing away from you is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is classically about collaboration. So it may be that you've been losing yourself in other people or other people's problems or other people's work, or work in itself where you are collaborating with people. And that energy is starting to move away from you. And actually what the energy that you're moving into is the Six of Swords, which is all about transition and change. It does feel, this reading feels very fated, particularly because you have the fates there, but it does feel that if you do start to look at some of this shadow work within yourself, obviously safely, is that you are on the precipice, is that the right word? Yes, I think, of real change and real transition to a really much brighter and more secure and happier future for yourself. But you are going to have to focus your intention on doing that and not getting lost in distractions. And your outcome for this reading and your guidance is the Queen of Cups. Now, it could be that you're going to have a wonderful kind of soft, feminine human come into your life, either in a love way or in a friendship way. I often see that with the court cards, but actually what I feel with this reading, this is a very intuitive card. It is a card of emotional intuition. Capricorns are, you know, naturally very practical sign. You're an earth sign. And sometimes our intuition gets kind of clouded with the practicalities. So I think the advice that the cards are really trying to kind of bring through to you is, you know, step into your intuition. You know, what is it that is holding you back from moving on to the next transition, next change in your life that's going to kind of take you to the next step of your evolution. So it is a mixed bag, but I think it is a very positive one. And I hope that that resonated with some of you. And I finished the reading with a Rumi card. And I will read you the Rumi poem, and we'll do a little sacred honouring prayer if you wish to join me with that at the end. And the card that I drew for you is the Lover and the Beloved. Now, Rumi was I think a 13th century mystic, Islamic mystic. And one of the things I really love about his poetry was that he never used the word God. He always used the word beloved. as the name for God or spirit or what have you. And that really resonated with me. So the lover and the beloved is the card that I drew from you. So I shall consult the Rumi Oracle. And the poem reads, when you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. And again, that's kind of cooling, isn't it? To that kind of, you know, you need to focus your intention on those things that you don't know about yourself, that you don't know that are around you, and really start to kind of tap into your intuition more. So this oracle brings you special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel the exhilaration? Do you feel the energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. Lovely. So, if you'd like to join me in the sacred honouring prayer at the end of this reading, just place your hands gently on your heart. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes and just feel the prayer wash over you. May the Almighty Divine Love and my most beloved brother Rumi bless me with the ability to truly receive, in all ways, divine abundance and prosperity, being delivered to me now by the grace and mercy of the heavens. May I clear and heal any resistance to receiving life truly, that I may attain my divine destiny and know and receive love truly, in all its majesty, and so be it. Now you can bring your hands to prayer position at the heart. You can lower your head to your heart and remind your head that it has no dominion over the heart, but both live equally within you to give a full expression of who you are. So thank you, Capricorn. I hope that you found that good and useful. Obviously, if you'd like a private reading, all my details are down below in the description box. And also the decks that I've used and all the other bits and pieces that I do. I hope to see you in November, and I wish you a most wonderful October. Mwah!